What's up, guys? So, I didn't really get to watch any of the stream of record breakers, obviously, because I was out competing myself. Uh, but I've seen some videos from it. I'm sure everybody's seen Kaylor Williams deadlift at this point. The judging out there was questionable to say the least. This lifter here, had a squat, and boy, there's no way, and this is not knocking the lifter, this is knocking the judging. That is no way, anywhere, shape, or form close to being a good squat. And I've sat in the judge's chair, so anybody wants to come at me with that bullshit, I've head judged, I've side judged, I've been there. That squat was not close. And I'm not knocking the lifter. You get calls, you take them, whatever. But that judging was fucking terrible. Coming off the heels of the WPO and people bitching about the judging there, and this is why multiply is a joke, blah, blah, blah. And then at one of the bigger raw meets to see that, that was awful. I'm not trying to knock the lifter here, but I'm going to put his Instagram post just to outline kind of, how much shoddy judging and squatting high can make a difference. I'm not looking at the post as I'm recording this, obviously, but if you look, his bench and his deadlift were like right around 30-pound meat PRs, which is fantastic. Like if you told me I was going to get a 30-pound meat PR on every lift when I was going into a meet, I would gladly take those. But yeah, like right around 30-pound PRs for his bench and his deadlift, and 100-pound PR in a squat. So, I mean, that just kind of goes to show, how much you can get out of not squatting to depth. And again, I really want to emphasize this. I'm not knocking lifters. If judges are giving away high squats, by all means, as a competitor, fucking squat high. I would never knock a lifter for that. But in the name of objectivity here, the judging was terrible. And when you can get by with squatting that fucking high, these are the kind of numbers that can be added. And this is why people want to question world records and things like that, when a squat is high, and whether or not it should count, just because, that's the reality. You're going to get that kind of poundage out of a high squat. I even seen somebody comment that squat was shared on a bigger Instagram page. And one of my friends who lives in Tennessee here was like, well, I guess I'm signing up for record breakers next year so I can finally get that 1,000-pound squat. And yeah, now he said that in jest. But that's what really, where the integrity does, kind of start to diminish and that fine line goes away. If you're at a meet and the judging is terrible and your competition is squatting high and they're getting by with it or they're getting loose calls, take advantage of it yourself. By all means, I'm a competitor. I get it. But now, again, even though that comment was tongue-in-cheek about going into a 1,000-pound squat, there's going to be lifters who are seeing meets like this and are going to seek out meets like this because it is going to allow them to get that ginormous squat and or total, due to the bad judging, and they're going to go there just because they know high squats, are okay at these venues. And that's the ultimate problem, when it comes down to the judging. Not necessarily the lifter in meet maybe taking advantage because you're there to beat your competition, and if your competition's doing it, by all means, you have to do it too. But when certain meets, certain venues get a reputation, and you'll get lifters seeking them out, to boost their own egos and totals, that's where the integrity starts to wane a bit, in my opinion. So I just wanted to put that out there. Like I said, I know a lot of people saw Kaylor Williams deadlift. I just wanted to, emphasize something else. And again, I borderline thought about leaving the lifter's name out of it, but he posted it. It's a public profile. Don't go knocking him or harassing him for it. He was just there, and that's what the judges had for him. So Just want to get that out there, y'all.